Greetings, Lucha lovers. Hutch HENRIES here at Demand Lucha headquarters, and we're going to talk about 5 of the most important matches in the history of the Royal Tag Team Championships.
Number 5.
The first would be when the Young Bucks defended the tag championships against Flip Kendrick and Louis Linden, known as Aeroform. Now, there is an ongoing conversation about whether or not the tag titles originated in BSE and then continued into the Square Circle Live promotion, but whether or not it started anew at SCL or not, the first half a dozen champions were all local wrestlers, including Steady Wave, Checkmate, even Marcus Marquez and Sebastian Suave becoming the first recognized champions at SCL, both of whom went on to become successful promoters in the Ontario area. But it wasn't until Aeroform took the title that it was the first international talent to come into Ontario and take a championship. But they would be quickly one-upped as the Young Bucks came to SCL and with a quick win secured themselves a championship shot, which they cashed in at the end of that very evening to become the new Royal Tag Champions. Aeroform was a little caught off guard with both Linden and Kendrick coming from TNA tapings just before the show and being rather worn out. But a few months later, they got their chance again, fully ready, rested, and prepared for the Young Bucks, and Aeroform went on to become 2-time Royal Canadian Tag Team Champions.
Number 4.
The second match would have to be Los Desperados against the Motor City Machine Guns. Los Desperados had just recently become the Royal Tag Champions after defeating Los Medicos, who had been dominating the division since we had returned from pandemic. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! It finally happened! Oh my God! Wow, I really gotta calm down, but it certainly was an exciting moment for everyone, something we never thought would happen. But the first big challenge for Los Desperados was the Motor City Machine Guns. Now, both Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley had worked for the company before, but with quite a bit of time in between. Sabin was a mainstay during the ending days of SCL and beginning of Demand Lucha, and Alex Shelley had just recently been coming into the company and pushing his weight around. But this was the first time this classic and extremely influential tag team had actually performed together in our ring, and Los Desperados put them through the ringer, coming out with the win in their first ever title defense and putting on one hell of a main event matchup for the fans.
Number 3.
Number 3 would have to be a brutal no disqualification street fight between the Super Smash Brothers, who would go on to be known as the Dark Order, and the Fraternity. Now, these guys left it all in the ring. We're talking kegs, chains, even dildos. You want to go check out this match? It's on the channel right here. But after trading the title back and forth between the two teams, the nail in the coffin and the finale of this brutal back and forth feud would happen at the Alliance Banquet Hall. But the repercussions of this match would not stop here. A newfound addiction to hardcore wrestling took a hold of our tag champions and eventually led to injuries and other drama, and the tag team championships were vacated.
Number 2.
Now, after a few great matches in the division to determine contenders, the Space Pirates, Shane Saber and Space Monkey, came out as number 1 contenders, but Demand Lucha decided to have a little bit of fun as we contacted our old friend Azrael, who brought in Deranged out of retirement to bring Special K to Demand Lucha, the ROH originals in our ring competing, and one hell of a match it was, but the Space Pirates came out on top as the new Royal Tag Team Champions.
Number 1.
Hey! Let's get some fucking chairs!
Our number 1 match in this category has to be our most recent main event. I asked a bunch of people and they all agree that without a doubt this is the most insane tag team match we've ever had in our ring. And it's not what was even originally billed for the event, as Fresh Air were coming back to Demand Lucha.
Get ready to take in that deep breath of fresh air. Boom!
This was originally supposed to be title for title, as Fresh Air are the current IWTV Tag Team Champions, and they were going to take on the Royal Canadian Tag Team Champions. But unfortunately, the hot stepper, McCrae Martin, was not able to make it, nursing an injury that kept him out of the ring. So Fuego del Sol stepped up, teamed up with Junior Benito to take on the champs, and man, this was one hell of a combination. You want to go check this out right now here on our YouTube channel. I guarantee it is 20 minutes well spent, and here is your top 5 most important and hard-hitting matches in the history of the Royal Tag Team Championships.